Maya opened her eyes with a gasp, cradling her ruined hand against her chest. For a moment she could see nothing at all, surrounded by total inky darkness. Then something strobed in front of her, a jagged stroke of white-hot lightning, gone between blinks but leaving shimmering after-images. A few heartbeats later, there was another flash farther off, and then still farther, twisting bolts marching into the distance. Where am I? Her head throbbed. She'd been in the purifier's control room trying to reason with Gyre. She'd used the ancient machine and it destroyed the plague. She'd felt it, the wave of energy that rippled out into the world as a self-sustaining chain reaction, tiny dark particles bursting into halos of brilliant light. It worked. And then the gate had opened, and Ashok had emerged. Or something had. The corruptor. Ashok's handsome form fused with a monstrous construct. A bloated, spider-legged thing of dark muscle and pulsing intestinal tubing. She'd tried to stop him, but he was a chosen. His power was overwhelming. And then his resonator had exploded in her hand, shredding her flesh and spattering her with dark fluid. She'd felt the chill of the stuff through her agony. But that was all she remembered. Carefully, Maya sat up, finding a cold metal surface above her. She explored it with her good hand, while lightning flashed again close by, bright and silent. She got a quick glimpse of a row of machines sitting on a long metal table. Crawling forward, she found she'd been sitting under a similar table. Lightning flashed in the next machine down, then the next, regular as a heartbeat. It was contained in crystalline spheres that sat atop complex assemblies of pipes and conduits. It all looked like something that could be part of the purifier, but they hadn't found any doors except to the control room. Did Beck take me somewhere else in the complex? She cleared her throat. Hello? Her voice quivered, and Maya gritted her teeth and steadied herself. Hello? Beck? Varro? Gyre? There was no response except the silent flashes of lightning. She touched her belt and was relieved to find her Harken in its accustomed place. Laying a finger on it, she drew on Dayat to summon a light. It was something she could do by reflex, which made it all the more unsettling when nothing appeared. Her heart double-thumped, and she forced herself to settle down. My connection's burnt out from overuse. No wonder, given what she'd done in the purifier. It'll be fine in a few hours. That was common enough, but this felt different somehow. Not like there was something wrong with her, but as though Dayat itself were gone. The eternal fire of the sun snuffed out. Which is ridiculous. With no better option, she started walking down the line of machines, navigating by the flashes. There were several more rows to either side, lightning trapped in the crystal spheres and thrashing like it wanted to escape. After a little while, she came to an archway opening onto a long corridor. Here, at least, things were a little more familiar. The architecture wouldn't have looked out of place in the forge, except that the walls and floor were iridescent grey unmetal instead of stone. Sunstone set in sconces at regular intervals threw a wan illumination. Both sides of the hall were lined with doorways, and though the rooms beyond were dark, Maya got glimpses of other strange machines. There were tanks of murky liquid, churning slowly in the faint light, and spiderwebs of tubing. The air was bone-cold and smelled of metal. Pausing a moment, Maya took a deep breath and uncurled her injured hand. It didn't hurt, but she couldn't feel much of anything from it, which seemed like a bad sign. To her surprise, the shredded flesh she remembered was gone. Her calloused brown skin was mottled with patches of pure darkness. She wiggled her fingers and watched them move as though they belonged to someone else. If Ashok won, maybe he captured me. The thought brought a tightness to her chest, not for herself, since she seemed to be in one piece, but for the others. If I'm alive, they must be too. Maya refused to contemplate the alternative.